right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the assumption that we've already warmed up. We don't need to record all that. We're gonna make the assumption that, you know, we're already in the door, all that fun stuff. So the way we get started. All right, now, Mr. Thomas, listen, I wanna kind of start out by telling you just a little bit about me and the company that I work for. I know you recognize your handwriting. I didn't just knock on your door. And I love the fact that you are a Saints fan, so me and you, we're brothers from another mother, right? But you need to know a little bit about me, and I think that's important. I work for the company they call North American Senior Benefit, and as you can see right here on my business card, we're very proud of who we work for. It says North American Senior Benefit. I'm going to be going over your new 2018 benefits with you here in just a minute. If you'll see here, it says North American Senior Benefit. On your card, it says NASB. Everywhere you see, we're not shy, okay? We talk about North American Senior Benefit. And the reason is, you know, our job, my job, is to make sure that you get all the benefits that you're entitled to. And we're going to go through a little checklist on that, make sure that that's the case. But before we do, I want you to see a copy of my license. As you see here on my business card, that's my name. No, Arthur, don't you laugh at my middle name. Oh, you're laughing already, man. I knew it. My name is Joe Othel Biley. I tried not to let people when I was a kid know about that, but my middle name is Othel. I'm actually named after my great-grandfather. My great-grandfather's our first name was Othel, but they called him Os. And the funny story behind this, if you want to know more, is that you might not want to know more, but I'm going to tell you anyway, is my dad was going to name me Os. And my great-grandfather had a fit. He said, man, people will call him ASS because we're recording. We'll keep it family version. And he said, if you want to do that, give him my Christian name, Othel. My dad didn't even know that's what my great-grandfather's name was. So I do remember him. He was an awesome man. But my name is Joe Othel Biley. And this is a copy of my license. Now, over here in my book, you see right here, this is the hard copy of my license, and it matches. I didn't just fake this off the internet, right? The reason why that's important, Mr. Scott, is because if you went down and bought a brand new Cadillac and something mechanically went wrong with it, would you just let anybody work on that brand new Cadillac?
No.
You'd want them to be licensed, right? Well, the state of Louisiana trusts me to work with seniors like you to talk about benefits, and that's what this license does. The other thing is, I know here locally, there's some insurance companies that run around collecting people's premium every month. And I'm not talking bad about them. I'm just going to simply say those people don't actually have to have a license. That industry has one of the highest rates of theft, and I hope you're not in one of those. And if you are, I mean, I'm not talking just super bad about them, but I just want you to know that I'm licensed. And that means a lot because the state has certain regulations on me. I can do no harm. If I were to do anything that would put you in a worse situation than you are today, if I were to give you any advice that would be bad or wrong, then I could be fined. I could even go to jail. And you don't want to send me to jail, do you? Okay, I didn't think so. All right, well, look, enough about that. Next thing I want to talk about is kind of who we are from a company standpoint. We are with the Better Business Bureau, and we are A+ rated. We're also accredited, and we actually win a Code of Ethics award pretty much every year. You see these seniors with their thumbs up. Man, one thing I've learned about seniors, and I am one, I got the gray hair to prove it, but if somebody wrongs us, we're not shy about yelling to the hills, right? And the Better Business Bureau is kind of that watchdog. So to have an A+ rating, I think, is very important, all right? And just, we've kind of talked a little bit about, you know, who we are, but I like for people to know the reason why I do what I do. I love to help people. But this is my beautiful wife, Denise. These are my two daughters. I had no boys. God wouldn't give me a boy. He knew I would be too hard on them, right? All right. So he gave me two girls to melt my heart, and they did. That's my oldest, Lindsay, and my baby girl is Emily, and I am so proud of both of them. They actually both have their master's degree. Both their master's degrees are in family counseling or in counseling. I don't know what that says about me as a parent. I guess we messed them up pretty bad, right? No, but I am very proud of them. And then my oldest daughter, she's married to a gentleman named Michael, and we love Mike. We didn't have to get a shotgun out or anything, okay? He did it the right way, asked for her hand in marriage, and they have given us three of the most precious gifts. I have three grandbabies, and I don't play favorites. I really don't. But this little girl right here, I am her favorite. She can walk into a room with 50 people, and she's going to come straight to Poppy. She is Poppy's girl. And I love that. But I do love my family, and I love working with people like you, trying to help make sure that you're taken care of. And we'll talk about all the services and things. What my first job is to talk to you about this well card. This is why we're here. Okay. You did fill a card out asking for benefits, and that's why the file got generated. I am your benefits coordinator. I am basically with you from now on. Okay, you're stuck with me. I'm sorry, but you're stuck with me. I've got over 800 clients, Mr. Scott, and my job is to make sure that I help you save every dollar that you can and get every benefit that you qualify for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend just a minute before I kind of talk about this card and how it works, because I need to know what you have so I can explain how this works. We're not here to replace anything that you have. Your Medicare, Medicaid, whatever you have stays the same. This is just to help fill in the gaps. And guess how much it costs? Nothing. It's free. Now look, this is not insurance. Okay, this is a group of vendors know how hard seniors have it on fixed income. And what they've done in Louisiana is they've agreed to come in and discount their services or discount their products in order to help you. Because when Medicare and Medicaid won't help you, we will. And that's what's so important about this. So you're right, it does not cost anything. I'm not here to get your money. I am here to help you. So let me get just a little information from you so I can explain how this ties in with what you already have. Now I got to turn this card back in, but let me go ahead and write this down. You're Arthur Scott. I got your address. What's your date of birth, Mr. Arthur? I see that you're 71, but what's your date of birth?
9/13.
Oh, fixing to have a birthday. We got a big birthday plan?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I hope those two sons of yours treat you right on your birthday. If they don't, you let me know. I'll make a phone call. All right. Say Santa Claus is still watching you. I don't care if you're 31 or not, man. All right. And then, Mr. Scott, let me ask you this. Now, are you on Medicare, Medicaid? What are you on right now?
I'm on both of them.
You're on both. Okay. All right. Now, who is your Medicaid? Like, it's Vantage, United Health.
United Health.
United Health. All right. Do me a favor. Go ahead and put your hands on those Medicare card. Do you have your new Medicare card yet?
Yeah, I got it.
You do. You're the first client that's got the new one. I want to see that. Do me a favor. Go put your hands on that Medicare card and that Vantage card, and let me just take a look at that, and I'll explain this to you.
Okay.
Your client's going to get up and get it. They're going to hand it to you. We got it. All right, so that's great. And I see what you have here now. And I want to just tell you, Mr. Arthur, I'm so glad to see that you have United Healthcare. They are one of the top providers in our area. And they do their best to take care of our seniors. I've been really pleased with what I've seen. I hope you've had good results with them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to show you what we can do that might help supplement at no cost what they do. Right now, what we do, this well card that you see right here has a prescription benefit on it. I will tell you that Walgreens and CVS, also around here, Brookshire's and Kroger's pharmacies are participating now as well. And so what they'll do, depending on what your medication is, what you pay for it, they will discount their prescriptions up to 65%. Okay? So we're going to take a look at that. What kind of medicines are you taking right now, Mr. Scott?
Oh, high blood pressure.
High blood pressure. What are you taking for that?
Lisinopril.
How do you spell that?
I know it starts with an L.
All right. I tell you what, do me a favor, just to make sure we don't miss out on any savings. Go ahead and put your hands on all your medicines. Bring those out for me so I can spell them right, look them up, and just see if we can save you any money on those. Okay, go ahead and put your hands on those. Head down, looking at your notebook. You do not look up until they get up to go get those meds. Always head down, okay? Do your thing. Bring the meds back. We're going to go through the meds. So you hand me 5 medicines, and I'm going to look at it. Okay, so you're taking metformin. All right, so you got a little sugar thing going on, huh? All right. You sugar daddy? No, I'm just picking at you, man. So you're taking a sugar pill for metformin. Any complications with that diabetes? No? Keeping it under control?
Yeah.
Not eating too much chocolate? Nothing like that, right?
Every night.
All right. You got this lisinopril, taking one time a day. How's your blood pressure? You keeping it in check?
Control, yeah.
Okay, good. You haven't been in the hospital for any of this, have you?
No.
Oh, great. Take care of yourself now. My dad's a diabetic. We're going to talk about that in a minute, okay? All right, so let me ask you this, Mr. Scott. Most of these are pretty common medicines that I'm seeing that you're taking. Most of them look like generics. When you're on a generic, you're already paying the least amount that you can possibly be paying, okay? So my card really won't help you on any of those, but just to be safe, what's the most you pay for any one of these medicines?
$10.
Okay, so today I really won't be able to help you, but look, I was telling you about my dad being diabetic, and I want to share this with you because please keep this card in mind. This could be very valuable to you in the future. One thing we've learned about diabetes is it doesn't get better. With my dad, it has progressively gotten worse. My dad has gone from metformin all the way to an insulin pump that he wears at all times. What we've learned is there were certain medicines that have come out through the years that when they first came out, the doctor wanted my dad on them, but they weren't covered by Medicaid. One of these medicines was over $1,800 for a 3-month supply. Medicaid wouldn't help us, but this card would, okay? So if there's ever a time when Medicaid or you're prescribed a medicine that Medicaid won't pay for, is not on their list, I want you to remember me, remember this conversation, pull that little blue and white card out of your billfold, and let us help save some money for you. Okay? Any questions on that? So we can't help you today, but we will hopefully we never will, but if you need us and they won't help you, we will. Now I'm going to talk about what I know we can help you with, and that's dental.